Hello Kitty.
Are we Hello Kitty hosting?
Hello Kitty is 2323.
Hello Kitty.
2323.
I'm getting.
Did you go live?
We
Oh, cool.
see if we're back up and running.
BAM!
We's here.
What up?
Are we here?
We's here.
And
Oh my gosh.
okay,
Wow.
so this is us hosting on vMix instead of Streamlabs OBS. Threw this together really quick.
Nice.
There's one quick little thing. If you can, very gently, Nix, get up and look at that camera, and get up, and there's a small button on the side that says display. If you could push that button for me, that would be great. Yep, that's great. It's going to erase a little bit of thing right there. Okay, cool. Check the audio levels. Can you hear us okay, Tracy, through the headphones? That's the only thing that I did not check before. But yeah, this is us using vMix. Everybody's going to be a little squishy because this was me just like testing stuff out before. But I think it matches now. Okay, perfect. All right. This is us trying something else. We got going off of not Streamlabs, but playing what's up on the fly.
That was
okay.
such an Ash Ketchum move.
Ash Ketchum.
Yep, we're good.
Got it. Okay.
So we are always trying to upgrade tech here, and there's always going to be a little bit of like user error and things of that sort. However, here's the good news. I'll share good news before we jump right back into the battle. vMix I'm falling in love with because of a fun thing that it lets you sort of stream on multiple places at the same time. So eventually down the line, when Indigo Chameleon streams, we will be streaming on Twitch. We'll also be streaming possibly on Facebook and streaming on Caffeine. So different places all at the same. I know you.
You do everything on Catherine.
Alright. So, we're living in the future.
I didn't realize that.
Patience, Chris, it is now your turn in initiative. Thank you so much for everybody that's streaming back in. We will cut these two videos together. But Chris, it is now your turn.
So, if I understand Sentinel correctly, as long as I'm in 5 feet of another person or another creature who is making an attack, I can then attack them.
One time, you burn through your reaction if they attack something other than you.
Right.
And you are within that melee range with them.
Okay. Then I suppose what I'm going to do is...
You can't do this like checkers where you just jump from one to one to one to one to one.
There goes my phone. Okay. Then I'm gonna go attack Patience.
Please stop fondling your bag.
Sorry. So I'm gonna jump on. Just get as close to Patience as I can, and I want to attack her with my glaive. And then, as for a bonus action, second wind to then regain some health.
Okay.
And he gets advantage because of the fairy fire still?
He does. So make all of these attack rolls at advantage.
Okay, so that's going to be a 19 on attack.
Okay.
The to hit will be 10 to hit.
Okay.
And then to heal, that'll be 9 points of healing.
Okay. You heal as you bring that glaive down with a 19 and go to smack against Patience. It just barely hits.
Nice.
As you cut through that armor. Because she's looking a little bit more feisty.
Sure. I get it.
Yep. Cool. That's your move. Well done. Nix.
So, I'm going to use slow.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit Red Jack, Patience, 3 archers.
What level spell is slow?
3rd level.
Cool.
Maybe 4 archers.
Okay, cool. You go to cast the spell, and the gentleman standing in front of you, who you have begun to hate even more so in your life, counter spells it away from you. And as he does, he was waiting to see what you did. As you go to cast that spell, he will reflexively go ahead and cast. Okay. He goes. He starts casting a spell. Okay. I'll say that. using his held action to cast a spell. It looks like he's channeling arcane forces. Cool. All right. You doing anything with your bonus action?
Staring at him.
Okay. He will put his hand up into the air. It is now the 8 archers' turn as they start firing wildly around the room at each of you. I'm just going to do one roll here and like trust to fate because I'm going to roll 3 times. I think it wasn't a nat 20. Let's see, I've only got 7 of them left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay.
But there's only 6 of us in the room.
And there's only 6 of you in the room where it happened. So, if a 17 doesn't hit your AC, raise your hand.
It's 17.
Same.
Yeah.
My mates.
Cool. You don't have to worry about this.
Nope.
Oh yeah, you're just like you're.
Each of you takes 7 points of damage.
Shit. 10
Oh, doesn't hit. I thought does.
It goes all the way
wait,
to
sorry.
10.
Yeah, no, I've got like a 12.
Yeah. That is-
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's good.
If it beats it.
If it meets it, it still hits.
Yeah, that was.
But you
said
take half
7?
this damage because it's piercing it.
So-
You're raging.
So 5.
4.
And we didn't
No,
heal
3.
after the whole
It's
last thing,
No.
right?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, got it. Just checking.
Yep. Alright. That'll be their turn. Dull.
Alright, still gonna do the thing. I'm gonna frenzy on this one though.
Frenzy Rage
Yes,
is the
please.
bonus action.
Yes, please.
Alright.
And I'm gonna swing my Warhammer at her face.
You just rolling a regular attack here. I don't know. Are you doing anything with this attack? You mean a little bit more loosey goosey with this attack?
What do you mean?
Are you being a little bit reckless with this attack? Is that an ability you have?
It is, but we're in frenzy instead.
You can frenzy. That's
Of
fine.
course.
You can do both because I
Not
don't think.
not now.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Okay.
But frenzy for now.
Frenzy Rage.
So that is 18
Okay.
to hit.
18 hits. No,
Great.
18 doesn't hit. Sorry. Not now.
Alright, well,
But you get that roll at advantage because she's still
Oh.
fairy fire.
no, 17.
Okay.
So second attack.
Okay.
Nope, that's not gonna hit. None of them hit.
She's bobbing and weaving, and even though she's lit up, she's smiling and just used to this. She trained you in a lot of the moves that you did in the arena, so she knows exactly what you're going to do. It almost seems like a few seconds before you're able to do it. Zoe.
Alright. I don't know why he left the room, so I'm gonna have to do what I was planning to do anyway. Shoot. I'm going to look for the largest clump of people I can. I'm running towards the door.
Okay.
As I'm running towards the door, I'm looking for the largest clump of baddies that I can hit.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of gonna try to hit them with fairy fire on my way out the door because I'm going to get the pedestal.
Okay. You're running out of the room.
Yeah.
You're casting a spell as you run out of the
Am I
room.
able to do that?
I will say you cast a spell and then you take off running.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fairy fire because I can't really hit offensive,
Sure.
but I can.
The
hit
biggest
everything
clump
damage.
is that same 3 up front. It is the older gentleman, what you now know to be Red Jack, and
They're attacking, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking for people attacking. Yes. Okay.
okay. Dex saves on those 2.
So dex save of 14.
Okay. They both fail. This dex save of 14. So Red Jack looks down and sees himself glowing and sees that you're the one who did it, and the older gentleman looks down and sees himself glowing, and he looks over at Red Jack and he gives a nod.
Okay. Am I able to get out the door?
Nah. Yes.
And go
Okay.
out the door.
Yep. You use
I'm
your
following
movement.
the. I didn't technically notice those things.
No,
so
you didn't.
if I didn't notice them, then I'm casting. After I get out the door, I'm casting locate object to go.
Is that a
find
bonus
that
action or an
pedestal.
action?
I have to wait until that 6 seconds passes and I have to be out the door
Okay.
because it's
Cool.
not a bonus action.
Cool. So on your next turn, you're casting locate object to find that object. Okay. He's getting pissy. So what's he gonna do?
Go off
The human or Red Jack?
He's going to offer you tea. Would you like some tea? I made it myself. It's very, very good.
It calms you down.
Who's kidding the most? Are you still flies at this point? You've got a cloud of insects buzzing around your head.
Yep.
Making things just overall like obnoxious.
Casually dealing damage.
Okay.
One of the archers should have taken 3 poison damage when their turn started.
He looks over at Day and stops. Because he promised not to do that. Grim,
See?
you watch as his eyes go dark, inky blackness, super dark, and I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's how wisdom works, y'all.
Yep.
6.
6, cool. Grim falls asleep.
Now, when my body falls,
Grim falls asleep, and that is going to be his move, and he looks back over at you. Nix, Al, your turn.
Shit. I'm gonna close on whoever what's her face with the light up doll is. Patience. Okay.
Is it a little low? Are you messaging me what you're doing?
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, yeah, we're figuring that out now. I'm gonna hit patience. Or I'm gonna swing at patience. Does 19 hit?
So you're getting him with a melee of patience. Good.
That was real dumb. Yes,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna use my action for the vampire touch again.
Okay.
So 19 hit.
A 19 just barely hits.
Okay. She's gonna take 9 points of necrotic damage.
9 points of necrotic. Okay. Yeah. She feels this energy sort of like moving through her a little bit, and it is not a good scene for her.
And that.
That your turn?
That's my turn.
All right. That is your turn. Red Jack. Red Jack, whose hand was outstretched, tries something and flips his hand, and as he flips his hand, a book suddenly appears in it. And he looks down at the book, he looks over at the guy, and he nods his head and starts running out of the room. You know exactly what this book is.
God.
I would say Red Jack is going to have to run through this room. Patience isn't going to take a swipe at him. Dull, you could take a swipe at him. He's going to skirt around.
Advantage, right?
Yeah, because he's going like a Christmas tree too.
Do I get to?
You are in combat with Patience, and he's going to try to do this. So is she. Yeah, you can take a swipe at him as well.
Cool.
20 not net.
20 hits.
This is really dumb. I'm gonna use the pocket watch
You're going to use the pocket watch?
for my 3rd spell slot to cast Witch Bolt on.
Okay. Well, what is the save on Witch Bolt?
It's an attack roll.
It's an attack roll. Okay.
14 points.
14 points of damage. He takes it, and a little bit of blood comes out of his mouth, and he just sort of smiles at it. And he's clutching the book tightly to his chest.
So 23 hit?
23 hits.
Okay, that's 8 thunder damage.
8 thunder damage. Okay, yeah. He takes that attack as well.
Question.
Yep.
If Grim is asleep, is Gray still like awake in his subconscious, being like, "Get the fuck up, let's go"?
Yeah.
Solid. Just check.
He's trying to wake you up a little bit.
All the way.
Red Jack will take those attacks. Neither of you have Sentinel, correct? No? Nope. Cool. He runs. And he manages to. You use his movement and his bonus action to start running down the stairs and catches up to Zoe standing in the middle of the hallway.
That was my pocket watch. I need to roll for that.
You do need to roll for that.
No, that's fine. Okay.
All good?
It's an 11, yeah.
Okay, cool. I could try. There's an option here. I can try turning the microphone on for the cameras as well.
It's actually it was sounding good to me. I don't know how it's sounding to Grim, but when I was listening to audio levels, it sounds pretty good.
Okay. We'll just talk a little bit louder.
Okay.
Wow. VMix has almost no delay.
No, none.
Yeah, that's
Oh
nice.
my gosh.
Magical.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Okay, that's there. Okay. Ooh, this is a lot to juggle. Okay, Red Jack takes off. Eric, you are in the hallway. The door swings open, and an individual start pouring into the room.
I'm still affected by Expedience Retreat, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is I'm going to look at Bandy, I'm going to touch one of my wounds, and just say, ouch,
Okay.
help.
Ouch. Okay. Is that your move?
That is verbal, so
Okay.
it's not my move.
Okay.
I am going to continue up the stairs using Expedience Retreat.
Okay.
I am going to also take a potion, a potion of healing. I'm going to chug that,
Okay.
and then I'm going to use my bonus action to continue towards wherever the drag marks are going.
Okay. You're using your bonus action to go running back up the stairs.
Yes, while carrying Bandy and Shadow.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check as you are trying to juggle a lot of different things right now.
Acrobatics check?
Yeah.
Okay.
One of our cameras is.
I'm just going to put that down. I'm going to do this and that. Okay. Well, it's a 25.
Okay.
I'll roll for my potion too.
Okay.
Potion of healing. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I haven't used one of these yet. Sorry. It's 2d4 plus 2. Okay. 3, 4, 5.
Okay. You are healed for that much. And you now have Bandy in your arms, and you are running back up the stairs.
Yeah, Bandy and Shadow, because Bandy is holding on to Shadow. I'm holding on to Bandy.
Cool.
And I made 60 foot of progress towards wherever the drag marks go.
Okay, you're heading back up the stairs. You're seeing Thoe and Red Jack sort of running into each other. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. That's your turn. Day.
I'm first gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself at 2nd level.
Okay.
Where are you at? So that is going to be. So I'll get 8 plus that,
Okay.
and then I'm using my movement to catch up with him.
Okay. When he leaves the room and you get up to start moving forward, the elven girl, who is locked in melee with these two, sort of looks over at the human man in the room, and when Red Jack isn't in the room, he shakes his head yes, and she will turn to track you as you go. And you start running out of the room, and he nods his head at the archers, and they all sort of turn to face in your direction. Cool. I will say with your movement, because you weren't really locked in melee, you start getting out into the hallway. I would say you were close to the door, right?
I was very close to the door.
Yeah. You start making your way towards the door. Good.
So,
Cool.
I'm just so I know for my next turn, he's down the stairs, I'm at the door.
Top of the stairs, Red Jack, Thoe, Mandrake, and Bandy. So, Thoe is the center of a Mandrake and Bandy sandwich with Red Jack. You are
Shy
now.
with also there.
You are currently running towards Red Jack. Patience is running out of it. So she is going to.
She takes 3 poison damage at the start of her turn.
She will take 3 poison damage at the start of her turn, and then she is going to disengage.
Is that our opportunity attack?
What? No.
No.
She doesn't get an opportunity
She
attack
doesn't.
because we've already burned ours on Red Jack.
Yep. You guys both took swipes at Red Jack. So that was using your reaction. So she can just sort of move away from you. She will run down the hallway, and as she does, she will wait until she gets somewhat close to Red Jack, and she will throw a dagger at Day's back. Day, 23 against AC. I'm going to go ahead and roll some sneak attack.
Uh,
19 points of damage. I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
11.
Nope. Day, you are poisoned. And Day hits. How are you doing? Are you still up?
I have 1 HP.
Okay, cool. That is her turn. Chris, you're asleep, homie.
Still, can I possibly allow myself to be woken up through Gray?
Gray
Who's
smacking
like,
you.
bro, let's get
No, we've never done this before. Yeah, give me. You know what? Give me a Wisdom saving throw. Even though this isn't the way you're supposed to wake up.
It's a 7.
It's a 7.
7.
Um,
I'm probably gonna cut it back.
I'll let you wake up next turn, but it's gonna cost you.
Will I know the cost upon
No.
next turn? God.
Nick, you're up next.
Yes.
All right, cool. Gray's like, I can do this. You want to wake up?
Dude, I need it. Let's go.
Got it. And Gray walks over to you and he's like, doesn't know if this is gonna work. Takes his claws and shoves them into your hand and rips up. And as you do, the metaphysical wounds manifest into physical wounds, and your arms open. You take 7 points of damage, and you are awake.
So am I able to start attacking?
No,
Okay.
that was your turn.
Okay.
This is some Nightmare on Elm Street shit. Wow.
Bro, I'm sorry.
We'll talk later.
All right.
Hash out later.
Nyx.
I'm holding my action.
Okay. Cool. You are holding your action. The other remaining archers in the room. I've got Day.
Dull.
I've got Dull. I've got Chris.
Nixon.
And I've got Dull, Brim. Day's out of the room. Nyx is in the room. Matrix not there. Thoe's not there. And okay. How about this? The archers all look to the man, and it's a little out of the ordinary, but he's going to look at you and he's going to say, pick one.
I'm pointing myself.
Dull, it's your turn.
I'm going out to the hallway. I'm running towards Patience.
Okay. You make it to the hallway, and I will say Patience is there, and she's still glowing.
I'm gonna take all 3 of my attacks.
Okay. Take
Still
your
advantage,
attacks.
correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna do it. So that's going to be 25 to hit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So that's a fire.
Eric, check your phone.
I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah. I'll just do this. Oh, fuck you. Okay. It's gonna be 7 points on the first attack. That's. I'm not gonna make it. Oh, that will. 3
Okay.
for the second.
That also hits.
That's gonna be 12 points. And for the last attack, 22.
22.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's gonna be 10 more points of damage. All with my warhammer. And
Okay.
I'm heading at her face.
Okay.
I want her gone.
Give me okay, hang on. She's got a lot of HP.
Great.
But everyone turns and looks as this girl smiles as this dagger sticks out of her back. And as she turns to look, she doesn't see the looming barbarian. She goes to reach for the clicker, but it's too late. It's 1, 2, 3, straight to the face. She takes one hit, and she kind of gets up, and as she does, she takes another hit, and her face is like starting to like bruise up and purple up a little bit. And as it does, she hits it one more time, and the eyeball sort of like shifts a little bit in the socket, and she just screams out in pain.
Good.
That's your move. Zoe.
He's there, but I mean, I don't have anything I can really do against him, so I'm casting locate object to figure out where that pedestal is.
You cast locate object, and it is as you cast the arcane energy to do it. It is in Day's room.
How far away?
It was like it's. I would say it's within your movement. It's a long hallway of sort of doors and stuff like that. But the pedestal is in Day's room. It looks like it was dragged down the hall. It was just brought to not like the first couple of rooms, but the third. It was just sort of shoved into the room.
All right, Bandy still technically has her stealthy self on her, so I'm going to shout at Bandy, Day's room, and I'm going to try to head towards there.
Okay. Bandy is still freaked out, but as you yell Day's room, I say your connection with her is funnier. It is closer to, you know, like, hey, happy fun gaming time. And you go streaming off towards the room. As you get close to the room, you see the pedestal in the room, and Bandy is there as well. Bandy is pretty high in the initiative order. I will say that Red Jack does not make a move to stop her, and as she goes forward towards the pedestal, we go to the back to the top of the initiative order. I need an answer.
I'm answering right now.
As Fridrin looks over at you and nods his head. Who's all in the room?
At this point, still me.
You
Myself and him.
and how many hit points do you have?
25 plus 1.
He nods his head out of respect, and the blast of arcane energy exits out from his fingers and hits you square in the chest. And Nyx falls. Dead.
Fuck.
Out. Fuck.
Who else is still in the room? Just you? And you? And yours?
I'm not.
Now I'm up.
Oh, you're up?
Yep.
Anyone's going out the door. And as soon as he can see Patience and Jack, he's going to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay. Yeah, give me 2 attacks.
A 19 and a 21.
Okay.
And they both do 12 damage.
There is a, they both take a little bit of damage as these blasts sort of rip into them. There is a inside the room, and you hear chanting in a language that you are unaware of what this language is, and the beings in the room start looking around one another. You see Flint have big old golden chains come out of nowhere from the side walls of the room and the bottoms of the floor, and wrap around his waist, and he starts running over to where Nyx is and tries to embrace him, but these chains sort of wrap around his midsection and pull him towards the floor, and he disappears into the floor, sort of still talking in this ancient language. And you take a breath. So you are back at 1 hit point. Next. The Red Jack. Red Jack is going to go ahead and disappear, or start casting. If anybody wants to do anything here, as mage or counterspell, mage slayer, or anything like that, Red Jack will disappear in a puff of smoke. The book clasped in his hand, and he will turn back to stare at you as he does, and smile, kiss the book, and disappear. Eric.
How far away am I from the door?
The people coming into the room, sort of like the wave of
No, the
individuals.
door into Day's room where the pedestal's at.
You are right there next to it. Bandy
Right
is
next to it?
Yeah. On Bandy's turn, and right after yours, she's running towards the pedestal.
Okay. Am I within eye shot of Nyx? No. Okay. I'm gonna take off my hat and sit it on the pedestal.
Bandy walks forward, and as Bandy's about to grab onto the pedestal, Mandrake takes his hat off, the hat given to the original Hatter that channels the arcane forces of all the gods that were, and he places the hat upon the pedestal. Roll me percentile dice. Or roll that big ass die.
He's been waiting for this. Did you see the joy on his face?
What, 99? Oh, it's a 13.
The hat gets absorbed into the pedestal. As the hat is absorbed into the pedestal, the damage around the house starts rectifying, starts fixing itself, and you hear the study doors downstairs open as Father comes home. Father takes a few steps into the foyer, snaps his fingers, and the intruders are now all outside, gathered around the white circle. Looking dazed and somewhat confused. Father looks at all of them, looks at all of you, walks into the study and closes the doors.
Wait, so Patience is gone?
Patience has been kicked out of the house as fast as she could. You are officially out of combat. If there's something that you would like to do.
Only other person there is Zoe, right?
Though Mandrake is standing there without his hat, but the pedestal is in front of him.
I'm gonna go after Nyx because he's still got life here, right?
Nyx is looking beaten, bloody, bruised.
So I'm just gonna pick him up and just run him down to Mother.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Did you have to pass me to get to him? Just out of curiosity.
No, you're on the stairs.
Because I'm at the top, right?
Did patience just vanish?
Patience is gone. Every single person
Just
that was in this room.
evaporated.
Well, they're out.
Everybody-
teleport outside.
Dad snapped his fingers. If you want to run to the front door of the house, I will let you make a perception roll.
But they literally walked out.
No, there was a snap of fingers, almost like Thanos snapping his fingers and half the population going, but everybody that was in the house that was not supposed to be in the house is now outside of the house surrounding that white circle of stones.
Where's the study?
The study downstairs. Yeah, it's on the first floor. You know of it. I know you went in there in your first adventure. Yeah, you know.
She's gonna just start screaming. Where is she? Where did she go?
Okay.
Why wouldn't you let me finish? She deserved to die.
There's a and a little purple portal opens up, and the dormouse comes out, and he doesn't say anything. He just comes up and wraps you in a big hug around the waist, and starts trying to calm you down.
What'd you do?
The last thing anyone expected me to.
It was supposed to be a person. It was, or it was supposed to be Bandy. It was not supposed to be your hat. Your hat shouldn't have worked. Why did you put your hat there?
Because my hat was a person.
What made you think to put your hat there?
Is that what you're looking for?
I mean, he's not.
The stakes were too high.
What are you gonna do?
The same thing I did before I had a hat. Look at things a little differently.
Everybody, grab your phone. We're going to start a synchronized timer for 5 minutes. We're starting it in 3,
No,
2,
hold on.
Wait.
Wait.
Hold
Give
on.
us a second. We're coming. We can all get there.
5 minutes?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start.
Can somebody tell me who the fuck these people are?
Let's go downstairs.
She's gonna cast
I'm gonna-
Cure Wounds on herself. 3rd level.
Oh, let's get the pedestal. We have to get the pedestal to the center of the house. Let's get the pedestal to the center. Oh, she's super strong. That's right.
No.
I pick up the pedestal and I move it back to where
Wait.
it's supposed to be. What?
I want to take a minute to look at it. Just,
To look at the pedestal?
I want to see if there's anything left.
Okay. Why don't I move it to the center of the house and you can look at it there? Okay.
Give me a strength check. I would do.
Yeah, because she's not strong, but her herbal
Carrying capacity.
makes her strong.
It's about carrying capacity.
Yeah, it's shoot, we're on a timer for this.
Give me athletics at advantage.
Okay.
Then.
Is Vaughn back to normal?
Because her athletics is -1. That was a 14 and a 4, so technically it's 13.
Yeah.
But the powerful build, you count as large to determine your carrying capacity the way you can push, drag, or lift. Powerful build.
Okay. Yeah. You drag this thing to the center of the house. So is everybody gathered around that main room? Have you carried him? Everybody give me perception check. You at a disadvantage.
That's what I was thinking.
You're a little messed up.
Yeah.
15.
13.
15.
15.
8.
I'm adjusted 20.
10.
Does anyone hear that? Or is it just me?
What do you mean?
We're
Here's
not
what?
sitting.
Clock.
We're all downstairs.
We're all there. What are you hearing?
What do you hear?
There's a ticket.
The
Everybody
ticking?
stops and listens.
He's
and
correct.
he's right.
Can we figure out where the ticking is coming from?
Sure. Give me investigation checks.
Okay.
I'm not worried about
Nat
that
20.
right now.
I'm out of it.
I'm walking over to him and I'm casting Cure Wounds again at 3rd level. So it's
Okay.
3d8.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Yeah, what's funny is you were bending down to look at this when he goes, does anybody else hear that? And you were bending down to look at the pedestal.
Right.
As you pick up the pedestal, you find the second present left for Day in her room. As at the very bottom of this pedestal is a little thing. It looks like a builder's putty, this little thing that's like at the very bottom. There's all these like brown pouches tied around the bottom of it.
Okay. Can I dislodge it?
You can. I'm going to give you the heads up that this is a high DC, and you see a little clock on there.
I cast Dispel Magic on it.
Okay. You cast the spell magic, and the timer keeps
Do
going.
I know what's going on?
You give me an investigation check.
Investigation.
Is something you
10.
No. You have no idea what this
DC.
is.
What kind of DC? Like,
High DC.
what would I be rolling for?
Mother comes walking up the stairs, and she sort of looks at the pedestal, and she looks at all of you.
Mother, can you make it safe to move?
I don't know what this is.
It can't be good.
Am I in the
It
room
can't
or
be
no?
good.
You guys are all in the living room as far as I'm concerned, and so is the dormouse, and he's sort of looking at this thing, confused at it as well, and sort of walking forward.
I cast Detect Magic on it, see if there's any sort of magical
No
components.
magical components.
There's nothing magical
You can't
about
lift
this.
it.
Yeah, you can lift it.
I want to shift and
Okay.
just lift it and just.
You're taking the whole pedestal?
It's ticking, man. Like
Okay. Where are you taking the pedestal?
out of the house.
Out where?
Outside.
We got 50 seconds.
Front
Okay. I would say with every
Do I
6
see it?
seconds, you are moving half your movement speed. You guys watch as he comes over. There are a bunch of archers lined up alongside the edges of the white circle. And as you start coming forward, there is a shout of, ready! Aim!
Everyone to the door. And Edwin takes off downstairs.
Do I know there's a bomb?
I would say you're able to piece it together.
I've still got Expedious Retreat. I'm going to...
You just heard Edwin yell, everyone to the door downstairs. Did you drop in a run?
Okay, is it connected to
I
the
got the
pedestal?
boots of trying to get whatever, so I'm gonna fucking just
Is it-
get as fucking far back as I can. So
Is it
back-
connected
back
to the
inside.
pedestal?
Yep.
7,
Yeah.
It's connected to the pedestal.
Okay.
I'm throwing a bead of force at it.
3.
Okay.
2.
The bead of force envelops the pedestal. Mother looks at it and sees that the bead of force has held it in a circular sort of sphere, correct? It does not stop the explosion, it merely contains it, correct? She looks at all of you, and she smiles. And faster than you can see, she sends you out the front, the back, the door downstairs, and closes the door behind her as the wave of fire rushes over her and the house. You are in the mouth as the door to your home falls down, whatever magical thing was holding it down to the ground, and you watch as the home is turned to ash in an explosion of fire. You are now outside of the mouth. The dormouse is there.
So, who are they? Someone needs to talk.
Where's Fling?
They're
Give
coming
me
after
an
me.
Arcana check.
Arcana is going to be 23.
In the past, you know of certain ways to get your magic. Flint explained to you a long time ago how he got his magic. Right? Did he ever explain to you how he got his magic? He made a deal with somebody? And apparently he traded in a lot of that deal to get something else.
He's a warlock, right?
Sorcerer.
He told you that his magic came from him, but that he was studying with someone, and you think you've heard of people in the past that have made deals in order to get something that was very precious to them. Arcane forces, dark magics, people that you love that are lost. You're outside. The dormouse sort of opens up a small purple portal, and before you, you see the Cheshire Club. He's like, you can at least rest here. Get your bearings.
I'm walking through. I'm not gonna waste time. I'm just gonna go in.
Though he walks through.
I'll walk through.
Bandy and Shadow, I think, are still pretty much rested up against you. You walk through without your bat. Mandrake. You feel a little naked.
Can I put my hand on his chest to stop him from walking through?
Next.
Just be like,
I won't contest it.
Yeah. And you walk through and sort of put a hand up. Day, you walk through?
I would be last. I would want to thank the Dormouse, and I would especially want to thank Dole, and just, I know it was very hard for you, being there, with whoever that was, but you saved us today, you know that, right?
She doesn't say anything.
Mandrake doesn't go.
Solomon's going to explain this to me. And we're going to do it now. I'm tired of asking.
And if you walk through, or are you saying this
No,
outside?
I'm staying this outside, because it's...
Would you care to
you
do it,
two,
or shall I?
That was Fridrin Gans, the former royal advisor of Overland, who's now ruler of Overland. He killed my father for the throne.
There was also Red Jack,
That one.
the one who took the book.
You guys are having this conversation in the alleyway, correct?
He stopped me, so I couldn't have gone through.
Cool.
I don't feel comfortable expressing what was in that book out loud here, considering our
fine.
house was just burned down.
Can we please get to somewhere safe?
There is nowhere safe.
I walk through the portal.
If you're here, and they're coming for you, and they're going to burn everything down. This is two homes in fire, and let me tell you something about fire. Fire is a wild thing, without kindness or softness. And if it could, it would take pleasure in watching a home be eaten and blackened and turned to ash. Fire consumes, and it doesn't care who or what it takes, until the heat and the smoke and the sparks split your lungs, and you have no choice but to run into the night and not look back, for fear of what you're going to find.
What do you think I've been doing?
We're done fucking running. We're gonna take what we need from these ashes. Do you understand? And we're gonna go fucking track them down. I'm tired of fire, and I'm tired of homes burning, and I'm tired of losing mothers. So you and I and this group here, we're gonna fucking deal with this. You understand?
Edwin's words echo out to everyone, hitting the core of you. Some of you losing loved ones, some of you losing vengeance, some of you losing parts of yourself you didn't know were important to you. The dormouse, before running off, hearing Edwin's speech, disappears in a quick little poof, and then shows back up and holds out a hand and goes, "It's not much," and holds it out to the group of you that are not passing through the portal yet. Inside of his hand is a shiny, gold, somewhat charred door handle belonging to the mansion. sort of holds it out to you. As you take it into your hand, half of you moving into the portal to find solace in the Cheshire Club, the other half of you dealing with the ramifications for this evening's adventure and things that have been lost and things that have been discovered. That's where we're going to end tonight's episode. It's a little bit of darkness before the dawn.
Could I do one thing?
Sure.
I'm gonna grab the Cheshire pendant and pull it off and drop it in my bag.
It's stupid not to do. The Cheshire pendant is thrown off. This will be the epilogue to the episode. The Cheshire pendant is taken off, and as it is taken off, it you feel a slight release as the connection to him shuts down a little bit. And as you make your way into the Cheshire Club, the sort of look, as you look forward into the Cheshire Club, those of you not walking into the portal itself, there is a familiar face behind the bar. One that you haven't seen for quite some time. And as you take that necklace off and throw it into your back pocket, there's a little bit of telekinesis as you go to throw it back behind your pocket, and that pendant sort of shoots up, flies forward through the portal into the bar as a man with platinum hair sort of grabs that necklace and looks at it and looks over at you and says, "Well, we have to get you a new hat, don't we?" And that's where we're going to end tonight. I know it was bad, I know it was rough, but we're going up against some pretty bad things now. And there's a lot of answers coming, okay? So stay tuned. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in tonight. Come by on Friday as we continue the adventures, and Dull finds a little bit of her happy thoughts back and goes on a mission to think happy thoughts. So it's going to be a fun night, and I promise it's going to be a lot less dark than this one. Okay? So stay tuned. We love you guys, and as always, Indigo Connect. But I do have to ask.